Oh, you want me to do the whistle?
Yeah.
I have a mouthful of pizza. This is gonna be hard.
What's the sitch, guys? This is Veronica, and this is So to Speak. We are talking about Kim Possible today, and here we have some special guests. Say your name, special guest.
Hi.
Hey, my name's David. I'm happy to be here. Big fan of Kim Possible.
Hi, I'm Lyle. This used to be my show, but I guess I got hijacked by some pirates.
Yeah, this is now my show because we're talking about Kim Possible, okay?
Well,
my hero.
Well, you guys are getting married in a year, so like by that time she'll be basically the co-host, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice. We need more. We need to have a more diverse group of people in the show, anyways. So that's good to hear.
More women.
Yay!
Yay! Hashtag feminism. Yeah.
Latina gang.
Thank you for joining us, David.
Yeah.
So we hear that you're a fan of Kim Possible. How'd that go about?
I guess it just started like many years ago. You know, like every day was a typical day. Like go to school, come home from school. But before I go to school, like I'm always watching something on TV while having breakfast, and like I was always on the Disney Channel, or actually back then for Canada it was the Family Channel.
Yeah, the Family Channel.
Yeah. And I was always watching Kim Possible. It was always on. So, and like I just watched one episode, then another episode, then I found the show, and yeah, just watch it, like watch it.
Yeah, you just got hooked, eh?
Yeah, it's good.
And you, Lyle? Were you a fan as a kid, or did you find it later?
Oh no, this was I used to watch a lot of Family Channel, much like David. Oh, also One Saturday Mornings. Does anyone remember One Saturday Morning?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What? Oh man, I feel old. But one Saturday morning, I used to have shows like The Weekenders and Doug and Recess. Those are my mainstays.
I remember The Weekenders, but Doug wasn't on the Family Channel.
Yeah, it was.
Not that I saw.
It was like, it's interesting. We're not really doing a Doug episode. There's already a Doug podcast, but it's like you have like Doug that was owned by Nickelodeon and then got bought over by Disney. Which is kind of rare, honestly. I've never seen a show that's been owned by like two separate corporations like that before. Much less an anime show. But anyways, back to Kim Possible. So like there was this boom in the early 2000s where like there was a lot of action shows, specifically superhero shows. You had shows like Teen Titans or like Justice League that were coming off the coattails of like Batman the Animated Series. So then you had shows like Kim Possible that were like this kinetic, energetic show that had a lot of action as well as some like really fun villain of the week kind of stuff. So I loved that because like I used to watch a lot of Monster of the Week shows too, like what was a really good, like Martin Mystery or something like that, or Totally Spies. So it's just like
Totally Spies.
Those were Canadian shows, so yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Those shows actually crossed over once.
Oh yeah, they were made by the same company. I'd like to see that. I love both those shows. Martin Mystery especially.
Martin who made an appearance on the Totally Spies episode.
Yeah, I mean, I like with Kim Possible. Like, I got really into. Well, actually, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I got really into like the first season and a half, and for some reason, I kind of grew out of it, and I can't explain why. It was sometime around the second movie. Because I think Sitch in Time was like kind of like the Avengers Endgame, where as soon as I watched it, I was like, okay, I'm done. That's the finale. Oh, there's more? Oh, I don't have the Family Channel anymore, so now I can't finish it. So then I kind of petered off in interest, and yeah, but I remember I like, did any of you go on the website for Family Channel?
Oh my god, all the time I'd always play those games.
Yeah, like the Proud Family and like the
I went on the Disney Channel website like for years, and yeah, I played all those Impossible games. Yeah, I played the Sitch in Time game on.
Oh yeah, the 3-part video game. That was the buggiest. That was the buggiest ass load of crap I ever played. But it was a good game.
So much I perfected it, man. I would make the leaderboards.
Holy crap! Maybe I saw you at one point. What about you, Veronica?
Yeah, much like you guys, I saw Kim Possible as a kid. I was an incredibly big fan. I mean, like strong women on TV, I'm always for it.
Mhm.
I transitioned from like, because you grow up and out of like certain shows. So I watched the Powerpuff Girls,
Oh yeah, that was
and then
on
I'm
too.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I transitioned into Kim Possible, which is kind of like similar esque. It's in that realm of like strong girls who fight crime, and but it's also funny.
Yeah.
And like I just got hooked. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious as a kid, but then recently, well, as Lyle said, he hadn't like watched the entire show, and I thought that was blasphemy. Okay,
I
you
know.
have to watch the full show.
Yeah, I know, right?
And so we saw that it was on Disney Plus, and we watched the whole thing start to finish. And I don't know, I found it even more funny as an adult. Like you start
Yeah.
getting those jokes that were specifically geared towards the parents
Well,
now,
it's funny when you're
and
a
it's
kid. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but when you're a
yeah,
kid and you watch like Drakken's planes, like I'm going to melt Canada or something dumb like that, you're like, oh no,
Oh,
he's gonna
fuck
kill
that.
hundreds of people.
Uh,
Oh, Shego, and it's just like
Shego!
Shego. Okay, I'm gonna do that for an hour. I swear to God. But anyways, you think all these like plans of his are like really nefarious, but when you're a kid, you're like, or when you grow up into an adult and you watch the show again, it's like, this guy's hilarious. I can't take him seriously at all. No wonder he
yeah,
gets his ass kicked by
probably,
teenagers.
probably like how much Drakken tries to act evil and tries to take this whole thing very seriously. Shego's the one who was always like lying back, who's always like not caring. And she's like, yeah, I'm on it, whatever. And
Yeah,
yet
yeah, Doctor
like
D.
more evil. Like there was an episode where we shown how Drakken's like hardly evil, but Shego's like evil all the way to the top. Remember when they went to that villain con convention?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It is exactly like Lyle said that as a kid you take it more seriously,
Hmm.
and you're like, oh my gosh, how are they gonna get out of this one? And then as an adult, you're like, what the heck kind of plan is
This place is made of real cheese? You have no idea how often people ask that.
So,
We should probably
now
get
that
into the.
we got the basis,
We,
let's talk a bit more about the characters.
maybe should we give a premise? We haven't dropped the premise of the show at all. We just talked about our introduction.
Who doesn't know Kim Possible?
You'd be
Why
surprised.
did you pick
Actually,
this
not many of my
episode?
friends have seen it. Evan hasn't seen it. Cody hasn't seen it. I don't believe Josh has seen it. So like, yeah,
Really? Them?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we gotta educate.
all
We
right.
gotta educate
So
here. So, Kim Possible. Kim Possible is about a teenage cheerleader who fights crime, okay?
yeah, she's
And
a
she fights crime across the world with her sidekick and best friend, Ron Stoppable, who
Later
they know.
boyfriend, but we can get to that later.
Yeah, later
Damn it!
boyfriend, which
Spoiler.
was a big surprise for
No,
a lot of people.
not really a big surprise.
Not really, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they go around the world fighting crime, fighting these crazy villains, defeating schemes. Ron has his pet Rufus.
Yeah, he has his little sidekick, his pet Nick and mole rat Rufus, and they also have their tech super genius Wade, who always stays behind a computer, and until later in the series,
He's a computer
we
guy.
can also get to later, never shows himself in person. He's always like on the screen or something.
Or a hologram
Exactly,
or something.
who's always behind the screen.
He always-
And
he always
keep in
stays-
mind, Wade is like 10.
Yeah, he's a 10-year-old who always stays in his bedroom. Like that's not healthy.
Well,
I always wondered.
unless it's
I
COVID
always
time.
wondered how they met Wade. How did you meet Wade?
Maybe like Wade heard about her potential and wanted to help him. help her or something.
Maybe
They
something
met on
like
a
that.
forum. I don't know.
So yeah, it's just this ragtag team just trying to get through high school, but also fighting crime along the side.
You know, it's one thing I did not pick up on when I was a kid. See, I'm so used to shows where the main character has a double life. You know, like Hannah Montana, where it's like, I'm just a girl in high school, but in my at nighttime, I'm Hannah Montana superstar. See, I thought Kim's identity was like super secretive. Like no one knew she was a
Yeah, I
spy.
used to think that too. Like, but then I was like watching an episode where like Kim's father was like, reading the paper and said, "Oh, it's by Kim Possible. Nice, that's my girl."
Great
Like,
job,
oh,
Kimmy.
you
Good
know?
work.
I thought it was like a secret superhero thing.
Nothing's
And then
impossible
she's-
for a
everyone
possible.
in the world knows about her. Like everyone at school, like
Yeah,
her
because
parents.
Because when
Yeah.
That's why it makes me confused. Like, you know how in normal superhero shows, like, they have the secret identity purposefully, so
Mhm.
then the villains don't attack, like, their friends and family members, the people that they love. But Kim's like, oh no,
Yeah.
it's fine.
No, when I binged the show with you, Veronica, I was surprised that like no, everyone knows what she does like after school, you know.
And everyone knows where she lives.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the villains
Sometimes,
know where she lives.
sometimes the villains just show up at her house like, "Hello, Miss Possible."
And it's like, what do you want? I'm eating dinner.
Can't you see I'm busy, Drakken?
Yeah, so I was astounded that they didn't, like, I don't know, attack her house more. Or
I mean,
attack her, like, friends and family more.
I guess they're not that evil. I mean, they're all kind of joke villains, so.
Hey, she always knows where their hideouts are, and they always escape from prison. How come the police never go after them after they escape? They know where to find them.
See, it's
Yeah,
equal
that's
measures.
the running joke, eh? That she always finds Drakken's lair.
It's
like,
all fair
how did
game.
you find me?
The
And
amount of
another one of her main villains is one of the richest people in the world, has his own private island, and they never go after him.
yeah. We'll get into the
Yeah.
villains. We'll get into the villains a little later, but maybe we should focus on the main characters now.
Yeah. Let's
We
you want to
established
start off with the main girl,
the titular
Kim?
character of the damn show.
The titular character, Kim Possible.
No, Veronica, you gotta say it like this. Boom. Kim Possible. Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me.
Basic average girl.
She's a basic average girl.
She's
She's just here to save the world.
And you can't stop her because she's Kim Possible.
Anyway, so Kim is, like, other than saving the world, Kim is like she's captain of the cheer squad at her high school. She's pretty damn popular at school. She's got her best friend Ron by her side, and she's got her family who loves her. Her parents, her father is a professional rocket scientist, and her mother is a high-profile brain surgeon. So yeah, they're both doctors.
And
Yeah,
geniuses.
she has a genius family.
Yeah, which is why Ron always refers to his parents as Mr. Doctor Possible and Mrs. Doctor Possible.
Oh, and she also has twin brothers too.
The Dweebs.
The dweebs.
Yeah, the dweebs.
Who are voiced by
twin
Dash from Incredibles. That blew my mind.
What?
Yeah, the dweebs are voiced by the kid who did the voice of Dash from The Incredibles.
Really?
Spencer Fox, I believe his
Oh,
name
you
is.
know what? Another interesting fact? Her twin brothers' names are Jim and Tim, or James and Timothy. Her father's full name is Dr. James Timothy Possible.
Wow, dude.
Oh my god.
I did not know that.
I didn't really notice that until now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Because, like, I heard his full name in like the movie, the drama, yeah, the movie, and I realized, like, oh my god, his son's names are James and Timothy technically. So yeah, the twins were named after him.
Okay, David, I have a question. What's her mom's name? Is her mom's name Anne?
I know Kim's name is Kimberly Ann Possible.
Yeah, I was wondering.
What is the mom's name?
I don't know. Well, it's kind of irrelevant. It's just I was curious if there was a connection there too. Now that you bring up middle names. Anyways, yeah. So I like Kim because she's incredibly capable, but unlike like a lot of characters that are kind of written nowadays, where it's like they almost seem like invulnerable. It's like Kim has like a lot of flaws too. There's some classes that she's not particularly strong at, like science or math.
I'm Possible. I can do anything, but
except cook.
Yeah, she can't cook either.
Oh, sorry. Side note. Her mom's name is Anne.
Oh, I called it. You guys need to buy me a burrito.
Not a Naco?
I don't know. That thing's gonna... Okay, the minute I see a Naco, I'm just like, this thing's gonna hurt my damn mouth. I take a bite and it's gonna cut me, I swear. I don't want a Naco. A burrito will suffice. Suffice.
Yeah, Kim was, I think Kim was a really cool role model to have, especially for young girls. It's like, wow, she kicks butt, she's good at school, she has a really nice family and she's good to them. Like, she's a good friend too, but she's like not perfect also. She has her struggles. She gets embarrassed with boys. She
and
she sometimes take things like more seriously than they have to be. Like, I remember this one episode. You remember their other friend Felix, the guy in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they first met him, she was like, "Oh, hey, Felix, nice to meet you. You're a good kid." But then when she noticed he was in a wheelchair, she started take things like way too seriously. She thinks like he couldn't handle himself, but like the kid can handle himself really well.
Yeah, she underestimates.
Made it a lot worse than it had to be.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
yeah, I like that she still like learns along the way and she grows as a person.
I mean, you need that in a character.
She was a little too considerate when she didn't really have to be. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't she also have stage fright?
What? She did have stage fright in the talent show, and like she couldn't sing well because of it. But then suddenly, like she overcomes it, and she just sings her heart out.
See, that's weird because she's a cheerleader. You think she would be comfortable around crowds? I guess when she's like the main focus, it's a little bit more difficult. But she's cheerleader captain too, so.
Hey, nobody's got everything. That's
again. I guess.
I remember when she couldn't drive.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Yes, like she couldn't.
Or speaking of when she gets embarrassed, remember those prank ninjas tried to make her disappear because she had that ray that hit her.
The prank ninjas were in the prank patrol. You guys remember that show?
Oh, Barkin. We'll talk about Barkin later. Should we move on to her compatriot, Ron Stoppable?
Yes, her best friend since pre-kindergarten.
Yeah.
And, like like he's like the kind of sidekick who's like dopey and like messes up a lot.
Ron is the comedic relief. Ron is the biggest dork I've ever seen, but God bless him.
He's also really dramatic, like highly dramatic at many times.
Always losing his pants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
The monkeys.
Oh yeah, there's a fear of monkeys.
That guy has like the best metabolism I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's like Shaggy
he eats so much.
Yeah,
but gains nothing.
A lot of crap too. He eats a lot of junk food. You know what else?
Except for that one episode where he did. Remember, he did only eat Bueno Nacho
or something. So when he keeps eating, like he turns to a monster.
Yeah. Exactly.
Another thing I really like about Ron is how comfortable he is in his own skin. Like, I know a lot.
Oh, yeah, he never tries to be anything he's not. Well, except for, like, maybe 2 episodes.
Once in a while, yeah.
That shows that.
Hairstyle and the look, and when he got rich.
Yeah, when he got rich.
That was even worse than the haircut.
Because, like, he's mega dorky, but he owns it, and he never feels like he has to, like, change to impress people. He loves himself. And that's really nice, because, like, I know a lot of teenage boys have issues with that sometimes.
Like, when they're not secure about the...
Yeah, or when they want to, like, be popular or well-liked. Ron doesn't really need any of that. He just
goes for it.
Oh, God. The amount of times he just does something, I'm just like, man, that took guts. Like, remember when he became a mascot?
I remember one episode where he tried to do, like, every sport the school had, and, like, he misplayed all of them.
Or what about the one where he, like, dressed up like a bulldog and became a mascot for the school, and he has, like, the drool gun.
Well, that wasn't just one episode, like, he was the mascot.
And he's like...
Yeah, but that's when, like, Kim wasn't really supportive of him becoming the mascot, and he's like, no, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, he
wants to. I'm awesome at it.
Supportive, because that's what best friends do.
Yeah. Speaking of best friends, we have to talk about his pet.
Rufus is such an integral part of the team.
He is.
Rufus is the reason Ron got naked mole rat is because his father was allergic to any animal with fur, so he wants to get an animal without fur.
Yeah. I gotta be honest.
Smarty Mark was having a sale.
Who is that? That freaky thing. Yeah, that's right. It's a naked mole rat. Okay, guys, I have a question. Have you seen what a naked mole rat looks like?
They are.
Yes.
Some Google images. They're really. They're not pretty.
They're question. So disgusting.
Second question. Would you keep one of those in your pocket?
No. I wouldn't keep one, period.
Like, why is he carrying? Like, he doesn't get squished. He doesn't starve or anything. He just keeps in his pocket. He doesn't bite him.
That's what, like, that little Ron has done, like, so many amazing things. He's actually smarter than Ron, and, like, he
can talk. Kind of.
The Ron's done, like, he talks, kind of. And you think that's...
Yeah.
And he's voiced by Nancy Cartwright, who does the voice of Bart Simpson.
Oh, really?
Oh, burritos. He has that weird laugh.
Alright,
I love Rufus.
Yeah.
I was really
I thought,
disappointed when I googled nickel mole rats in real life and they weren't cute.
No,
yeah.
and you don't
I
want
thought
one.
how like every time Rufus does this thing, like anytime he helps Kim and Ron escape from somewhere or he like tries to fit in somewhere small, like they play his theme song about it.
Yeah, exactly. God, we're on point.
Yeah.
We're on point, guys. We should join an acapella. We can make an acapella group, and it'll be all about Kim Possible. Yeah, I made a Toy Story album. It's not too far off the beaten path. And then I guess we kind of already covered Wade in enough detail.
We
Where he's,
covered Wade a bit, yeah.
So Phineas who never leaves his room.
Oh my god,
So
but the episode where he did,
oh, that
yeah,
was
that was pretty
crazy.
epic.
that was like a crazy episode because like there was this new high professional team who was stealing Kim's thunder and like they Ron I mean Wade was trying to like hack into his systems but they hacked him first and they fried all the systems. Fried like popcorn chicken.
You know what's another funny moment with Wade? That's one of my favorites is when Kim has like that makeup case that lets out this really foul odor that knocks everyone out. It's like Wade, and then his mom comes in. It's like Wade, what are you doing with your father's socks, Mom? I need those for what? They're a secret ingredient for my ultra knockout gas.
That and Hopkins can breaks the systems and so Wade was so angry that he goes all the way to their hideouts and like says nobody hacks my systems and yeah, he showed ever since then he showed himself in person a lot.
Yeah, once in a
Yeah,
while.
because like they were kind of teasing it with the hollow wave. So then
Yeah.
when he in that episode when he did show up in person, Ron was like, "Wow, you really perfected the hollow wave," and he's like, "No, it's really me, Ron." He's like, "Yeah, right."
I wouldn't be able to do this. What?
I love it.
Yeah.
And then he started showing up in episodes a lot more in season 4, like at least in person.
There were a lot of season 4 that from the other seasons.
And then he fell in love with Monique randomly.
Oh yeah, Monique. I forgot about her. I just call her Raven Simone. That's all I call her.
Oh, and there's the other characters too. Let's start with Monique, Kim's other best friend, like her best girlfriend, who works for Club Banana, which is Kim's like favorite clothes store.
Yep.
And they have a lot in common. They talk about a lot of things, and yeah, like Monique is voiced by I'm sure a lot of you people know Raven Simone from That's So Raven.
Back when she was like a big child star, yeah.
Yeah, like I like Monique, but now that I'm older, I realize she was basically like the token black girl.
She can be a little judgy too.
The what?
The token black girl. It's like the one black character in the one black female character in the show, and they're always the best friend, and they're always like sassy.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, yeah, the black dress from white girl.
Yeah, it's like the trope, right?
You don't need that kind of stuff, you know? Like,
yeah.
You play golf balls? That's your gimmick? My dad plays that game. It's just that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's still cool. Like I still
like
like Monique. She's nice. She's a good like. It's good for him to have like girlfriends too.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Especially when she has to deal with like Bonnie all the time.
Freaking Bonnie.
Yeah. Hey, does Bonnie count as a villain?
More like an antagonist.
Is mayonnaise a villain?
No, David. Mayonnaise is not a villain.
Yeah, but Bonnie Rottweiler is like another.
Yeah, like
no, I always call her Rottweiler, and it's Rockwaller.
Because she's rotten.
It all started back in middle school when Kim was trying out for the cheer squad, and Bonnie like was expecting her to fail, but like she succeeded, and she's been jealous for her ever since. And yeah, she's always being such a bitch to Kim, and like saying like, "Why are you always giving me a hard time, Bonnie?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's always about you." Yeah, it is always about her. You're always giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you find out she has like twin sisters that are even more nasty to her than she is to Kim.
Connie
and like, oh.
So it's like,
okay, where she gets it from.
I can see why you feel that way sometimes. That's hard.
Yeah, do you guys remember that twisted episode in like season 4 when Kim and Ron are already together at this point, right? And then like Bonnie just kisses Ron in front of Kim.
Yeah, it was never actually officially revealed, but I'm pretty sure it was implied that she convinced that Ron Reeker guy to change the voting, so because it seems like Kim and Ron were supposed to be voted homecoming king queen, but
They were, yeah.
yeah, but like clearly Bonnie like got some guy to like switch the voters so she could be queen, but they never actually revealed. They never actually found out about that, did they?
I don't remember if they
I
did or
don't
not.
know.
I don't think so.
No, they didn't.
But she did rig the queen vote.
Yeah, clearly, yeah, pretty obvious, but it was never actually officially revealed or anything.
Yeah, because who would vote Bonnie over Kim? Let's be honest.
I mean, I guess if you like that sort of thing. But she's pretty, like, I don't know. She's pretty nasty at Kim. I don't know how nasty she is to absolutely everyone, but yeah.
Well, I guess she's a good transition to our next talk, because we basically talked about, like, the good guys.
What about
right?
Mr. Barkin?
Evil.
Yeah, what about Mr.
Barkin?
Barkin? The teacher.
Okay,
the teacher who's in almost every class and is also the football coach, the home ec man, the homeroom, science, runs
He's the vice principal?
Vice principal practically, because he does punishments as well. I think that's why he's angry all the time. He is stretched way too thin at Middleton High.
He's way overworked.
Man, gotta take a break.
There was one episode where like everyone was in the class and Rom's in the class and says, and Miss Rom saying, "The bell dismisses the class, Mr. Stoppable, not you." And Amy was saying, "But everyone else is leaving. Are you questioning me, Stoppable? Like,
possible.
extra homework. Like,
yeah, he's kind of mean, but I love whenever he's stuck with Ron. Ron drives him nuts. And when you get Patrick...
Remember when Ron finally made it on the football team, like as a running back, because he's so good at running away from villains
and avoiding people, yeah.
And then Mr. Barkin's like, what the heck?
What the heck, Stoppable? When you get Patrick Warburton, the guy delivers. And he shows up in a lot of episodes, and I always appreciate his presence. That's the only reason why I had to, like, bring him up before he shift categories, so excuse me.
Yeah.
No worries. So now we're on to villains?
The best part of the show.
About a few.
I guess we can start with the main villain.
There's a hell of a lot of them.
Yeah, we're only going to talk about the main ones, because later we got a little game, which we can talk about them a little bit more. So the main one, as David said, is Dr. Drakken.
Impossible!
Yeah, so...
Impossible!
So his backstory is, he started out as a guy named Drew Lipsky, who went to college with Kim's father.
And he was an incel who decided to build a female robot to take to the prom. That went horribly wrong, and then he made the BBs.
Which went worse.
Which went even worse.
He used to be Drew, but then one day he turned blue.
There's a psychic named Shego who kicks him in the ego, and sometimes I don't know what to do.
Yeah, so anyways, he's always like being dramatic, always trying to take over the world and everything, and yeah, because Kim's father and his colleagues were mean to him in college, like he decided to go on the dark side and become a villain, along with his sidekick and personal assistant Shego. Shego. I thought she was actually a clone of Kim or something like that.
They are designed very similarly. I actually think
I can see it.
Their model isn't all that off base, actually. It's just a color. If you change colors around, she actually wouldn't look that different from Kim.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's the point.
She goes she's like Kim. She's got like a lot of agility. She's good at fighting, and she's got powers. She's got like these same green glows that come out of her hands and shoot fire, basically.
You know what, guys? That's always been. I've always felt that was like inconsistent to me, because when she like throws the green energy beam sort of thing, like it always makes an explosion when it hits something or something like that. But then when she's fighting Kim, her green glow is on.
Yeah.
But Kim never gets hurt from the green glow.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Cyclops effect, where it's like sometimes it's a concussive blast, other times it can melt through metal, or like other times it's like an acid. Like it's not very clear sometimes.
And I mean, sometimes the green glow has hit Kim.
Yeah.
I don't know, in the torso or whatever, but she never gets, like, burns.
What an awful character. So much plot armor. Bad show. Mary Sue. Crap. Sorry, I turned into a horrible person.
My God. But yeah, Dr. Drakken is one interesting guy. He thinks he's eviler than he actually is.
He
And he
has
thinks he's smarter than what he actually
he
is.
has
All his plans
no
are just horrendous.
he has no follow through whatsoever. Like it makes me wonder, like, dude, why did you even wake up in the morning? What drives you to the point where you come up with a plan that everyone thinks is dumb? Even your assistant Shio, I have no idea why she still works with you. You must pay her like very handsomely, because she kind of just sits around bored while he comes up with these dumb schemes that get foiled by freaking teenagers. Like I said, man,
Yeah,
he's
it's annoying.
persistent. I'll say that he's persistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's very safe
You
to
think
say,
you're all that?
but you're not.
Kim Possible and her sidekick, whose name escapes me.
Whose name escapes me. And then like, you know what I hate?
It was so good. In the the Soda the Drama movie when
Mm.
they beat Dragon and then Ron's like, say
Say
my name.
Say it.
Say it. Oh no, please, it escapes. Say it.
Mm. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's easy to say that like Drakken and Shego are like pretty much the villains of the show. They show up the most often. They have incredible banter with one another. Like you remember when it's like, I will drown you in a sea of fishes. Shego, is it fish or fishes? Both work. What do you mean both work? Fish and fishes are perfect plural words for the word fish. Like just
What?
little discussions like that. And that's another thing. Sometimes I love it in episodes where like Shigo and Draken would often be in the same boat as Kim and Ron, and they have to begrudgingly like team up to get out of a bad situation. I always
Yeah.
like I always like that in episodes, or even episodes where they celebrate like Christmas together, and you wouldn't expect that because they fight all the time, but it's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
Christmas time for togetherness,
Yeah, you know, the
Do you,
holidays bring us together.
do you remember the episode? It was the Modulator episode.
Oh yeah,
When
Shigo, what
Yeah.
have you been doing? You told me to look for a dodo bird. Ah!
Turn with what?
You don't remember when like Draken mind controlled Shigo to make her like more like less
Oh
mean?
yeah, the chips, yeah, the
And he tells her to go find a dodo bird because he loves wasting her time.
yeah.
But the Modulator one just made me laugh so much because she's like, she was controlled by her this emotional like chip
Yeah,
that changes their moods. And
one minute they change it, they're happy or they're sad or they're angry or they're in love.
yeah, the
Yeah.
in love one was so funny because she's like flirting with Draken and he just looks terrified. He's like, "What is happening?
Might,
What?
it might be
so
fun.
nice."
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like when I look at Shigo, whenever she fights, it's like she goes 10 times harder than anyone else in the show, bar maybe the final episodes with those villains that I forget. But it's like when I see her fight, it's like if this was like set in the universe of the boys or something like that, she could like slaughter an entire room of people in seconds.
Oh yeah.
Like she's so quick, she jumps everywhere, and her attacks are like so like fast and quick. Like her fight scenes with Kim are like some of the best parts of the show. They're incredibly well animated.
Yeah, they got like a big time rivalry.
And take note that she's the only one who actually like was able to win.
Oh yeah, are you talking about?
She took over the world.
Yeah,
She
there's
did.
one of the movies. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess we should probably
Kim had
move
to
on.
freaking time travel in order to undo everything she did.
Does that mean Shigo's like Thanos? They had to time
Pretty
travel to
much.
win. But she would get bored after ruling the world. Let's be honest.
Looked like she was having fun.
True, true. I love that one scene. There's one last thing with Shigo where it's like she has a lot of vacations throughout the show because being a villain must be exhausting for her. Well, not really, but still. And she's like, there's one moment where like some kid hits her with a beach ball, and so she pops the ball with her fingers, and then some guy hands her like a plate of strawberries, and she just dips her pinky finger into the strawberry and eats it. I'm like, babe, this is why you're iconic. All right, never change, Shigo.
She just do
You
whatever
be
she
you.
wants, and she's always right about everything.
Yeah, she'd
Yeah,
much
and I'm
rather be
sure-
in. She must rather be in a
I'm-
spa.
I'm sure she was like the target of many men's and probably a lot of women's sexual awakening.
Yeah,
Like she was a hot lady.
I will not deny. She was definitely an awakening for me. I love her voice.
Yeah.
She could snarl at me all the time.
All right, so shall we go on to the next film?
Yeah, we got a lot more to cover. Let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Monkey
Yeah, Monkey Fist. You want to explain?
Monkey Fist.
Yeah. So Lord Monty Fisk was like a worldwide researcher or like archaeologist, something like that. He studies like primates, and and uh, he eventually taps into this magical, mystical monkey power, and he becomes like part monkey, or actually no, he was already part monkey because he got like a DNA change from another villain who we'll mention later. Yeah, so he became like part monkey, and he got tapped into this mystical monkey power and became Monkey Fist. Like he has like martial artists and like monkey power and all that kind of stuff.
It's like monkey kung fu.
Monkey kung fu, yeah. And also interesting that he's the only villain who can remember Ron's name, and because of that, the reason for that is because Ron also managed to gain the mystical monkey power,
Oh
and
yeah.
so those two, so yeah. While Drakken and Shego are like Kim's main enemies, Ron's main enemy would be Monkey Fist because those two are like, yeah, they're more rivals than Kim and Kim and Monkey Fist have fought each other too quite a few times, but like the real rivalry is between Ron and Monkey Fist.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because Ron's afraid of monkeys.
Yeah, Ron is terrified of monkeys because of his time at Camp Wannaweed.
Yeah, when he went to Camp Wannaweed, there were so many horrible things that happened, and one of them was he had to share a bunk with the camp mascot, which was a chimp.
Yeah, traumatizing time. But I definitely agree. Monkey Fist feels more like Ron's villain than Kim's, even though he is Kim's villain as well. But like, I don't know, there's still that rivalry, like you said, between him and Ron. Especially when Ron finally taps into like the mystical monkey power every now and then, and then they have at it. And even Rufus at one point gets the mystical monkey power.
Especially when
is what we're saying.
Ron's in Japan with his ninja friends and
yeah.
film those episodes.
Is anything we're saying make any sense?
I bet people who've never heard of Kim Possible is like, what the fuck is this show?
Yeah, I think that's bad. There's aliens too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gone to the aliens yet, so yeah. That's Monkey Fist in a nutshell. He just wants to be more like a monkey, okay? And rule the world with monkeys.
I take him a bit more seriously than the other villains, if I'm being honest. Probably because he fights.
Is it because of his British accent?
Likely. Which is a lot better than
any villain's more evil with a British accent.
Right. Speaking of accents, there's also Duff Killigan.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Like that villain, technically he only had like one episode where they were just facing him, but like he seems like he's just as popular as the rest of the villains, even though he only had one episode. You know?
Yeah, Lyle and I noticed that when we rewatched the show, we thought there was more of Duff Killigan, and really he only has one main episode.
Yeah.
They make it seem more of him, but technically it was just one episode where they faced him.
Oh, and Sitch in time, he played one of the main villains.
Oh, and for context, Duff Killigan is this Scottish golfer,
and whose arsenal is he plays golf, and his arsenal is like a club and exploding golf balls. I don't know that you throw stuff me game.
It's kind of like the Penguin, where the Penguin has a lot of trick umbrellas, but Duff has like a lot of trick golf balls.
Yeah, he even fights with the golf club.
It's pretty gimmicky, but whatever. My favorite. Sorry.
Because there was just one episode where they faced him, and the other episode they faced him was the Sitch in Time, where the villains teamed up.
Yeah, he normally comes with like teaming up with another villain.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
My favorite.
It's never by himself.
My favorite
was
moment.
The Halloween episode where you just team up with Drakken, and like they got like because they thought he was wearing a costume. It's like why is that guy wearing a dress? It's a kilt.
My favorite moment with him is
in the Sitch in Time trilogy. You know, like Drakken uses this technology to transform him Duff and Monkey Fist into kids, and he went like, "I'm a wheel and when they were
And then in the nap time,
when they were trying to
just
blend
had
in
the
preschool,
best nap.
when they're trying to blend in preschool, the teacher went, "What do we have here? 3 naughty little boys. You are a boy, aren't you?" Hey.
My favorite moment with Duff Killigan, he's not even like a major focus of the episode. There's like a half episode, like a segment or whatever, where Ron lost his textbook. So he goes through every single one of his past few missions.
It was a library book about cheese.
Oh yeah, a library book. Sorry.
He had to return it.
Yeah, so he goes all the way to Killigan's Island. That's a pun, by the way. And he breaks into Duff Killigan's lair, and Duff Killigan catches him in the act. But rather than kick his ass or anything, he just forces him to eat haggis. And Ron's like, "Oh, my book's not even here." Not very nefarious, if you ask me. Honestly, he took it pretty well. If someone broke into my house, like, I don't know, like, I probably wouldn't feed him, but I guess that's just how Duff do, you know?
Yeah, he was literally like, "What are you doing here? I'm trying to have dinner." What?
Pretty chill.
And the last villains we should talk about are actually my favorite villains. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's the senior and senior junior, the father-son duo.
These guys are great.
Senior, one of the richest men in the world, and the son, senior, junior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They are like one of the richest people in the world. They have their own private island.
World to be exact, as those in the later episodes.
But it's freaking hilarious that they only got into villainy because of Ron. Remember, like when they first show up in Kim Possible, like the first episode they appear in, they're actually really nice, and like Kim and Ron went to their island because Junior's like tanning lamp was so freaking big and using up so much energy that it like turned off all the lights in Paris or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And so they're like, "Yo, you got to turn down your lights, man. Like you're causing blackouts." And they're like, "Oh, okay, sure." And then Ron's like, "Wow, this island could be a really sick layer." And senior's like, "A layer? That sounds really nefarious." And he's like, "No, just like imagine it, like spitting tops of doom, a lagoon filled with piranhas and stuff." And then he's like, "Piranhas," and then he just got into it.
It's a side hustle.
Yeah, so Ron is the one who convinced him to become evil.
You know, like you do.
Know.
I love Sorry, I love how like serious his father takes it, but like Junior is like such a puppy. Like he looks so buff, and you think it'd be really like difficult in a fight, but he's like he couldn't hurt a fly.
He's such a wimp. Him and Ron fought it out in the haircut episode.
Yeah.
The Lagoop.
Yeah.
And they just kept slapping each other.
There is a really good episode, but I know you're going to talk about it later, so I'll keep it to myself. But
oh yeah, I haven't. My favorite episode includes them both, so I'll save that for later.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to add about them, David?
The seniors, no, I think you're pretty much covered. Just like you know, like how like this senior is like always trying to like think of ways to like take over the world or like get something he wants. But like Junior's always the one who's like trying to lay back, like get some tan, and like doesn't really care that much.
Oh, he wants to be an international pop sensation.
Stop playing games with my head.
The boy band, like the old boys.
Oh boys.
Yeah, the old boys.
The
Quit playing games with my head.
Yeah, you know what's fun? Sometimes like there's a song like in the background or like something they're trying to sing something. They always do that song like "Quit playing games with my head." I'm a boy, but I'm not a toy.
I just want to add one more thing.
Karaoke night. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I just want to add one more thing about it. I really enjoyed like Senior's voiced by the late great Ricardo Montalban. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
he did such a good job. Sadly, it was one of his last roles before he passed, and they had to replace him. But as someone who grew up with Spy Kids, it was cool seeing Junie's granddad be like, an evil mastermind, but like kind of just chill about it. Still had that level of cool that he had in all of his roles.
Yeah,
Truly.
Junior, we must defeat Kim Possible. Come on. Okay, father. Whatever you
Well, I
say.
said I said who my favorite villain was from that list, like the main ones. Who are your guys's?
Shego.
Okay, yeah, like for the main guys, I think like she's one of the best ones. But one of my personal favorite villains who's like kind of underrated is Motor Ed.
Ah,
Rock guy who's like good with mechanics and all that stuff, and later he's revealed to be Drakken's cousin. Yeah.
seriously?
Seriously?
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, that's something you always go like, seriously, dude, we're gonna totally rock this field. Seriously, like the Planet Tool is like the place to get tools. They might as well call it Planet Tool. Oh, dude, that was like totally worse, man. Seriously, do you always have to say seriously every time you talk? Seriously, seriously. Yeah, I do, man. Seriously.
He's got it. I love how much Motorhead pisses off Shigo. And no matter how fucking much she like kicks his ass, he just keeps coming back for more.
Yeah, like, dude, be careful, my baby, bro. Your baby? No, this is my creation. I'm charming, dude. I'm charming. Seriously, back. And she would go, all right, back off, both of you. I'm charming. Like, whoa, dude, babes don't charm, dude, charm. Seriously. And she's like, what?
And she's like,
yeah, man, that's crazy. But I think I'm in love.
I love.
Yeah, he's such a simp, but like so misogynist.
He's a misogynist simp.
Misogynist.
One note though, he is voiced by the same. I have one note, and it's kind of reiterates a point we made in the Futurama episode. He's also voiced by the same actor who does the voice of Drakken, John DiMaggio. And it's interesting because John DiMaggio also does the voice of Bender from Futurama. And Nicole Sullivan, who does the voice of Shigo, was almost cast to do the voice of Leela in Futurama. Like, she was just as close, but then they picked Katie Siegel instead. So imagine a world where Kim Possible and Futurama have the exact same voice. You have Bender and Leela, like, talking to each other like Shigo and Drakken. That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
So
That's nuts.
I know.
But I'm glad you brought up Motor Ed. I almost forgot.
Yeah. Was there any villain I particularly liked out of the small ones? Because I don't want to talk about everyone, but
we will soon. But I guess this is a good segue.
One or two appearances, but you know.
Mm-hmm. So there are many, 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 many villains in Kim Possible. A lot of are just like one episode kind of deals, but they're still, they're pretty prominent in people's minds because they make a good impression or a really bad one.
Yeah.
Who we talked about were like the main ones. But I thought it would be fun if we do a smash or pass.
All right.
Of the villains of Kim Possible. I will include the main ones, but I'll save them for the end.
Okay.
So the more like, kind of low key villains, I'll start them off. But
how does smash or pass work?
So smash means you'd get with them, like you'd sleep with them, or pass, like no, thank you, never.
Okay.
So I thought this was a good person to start off with. Smash or pass for Frugal Lucre.
Oh man, hard pass. That guy. That's the kind of guy who would buy condoms at a fucking Dollarama.
That guy's so annoying.
Hard pass. He's annoying.
Frugal Lucre was the guy from Smarty Mart.
He's the cheap bastard villain who was like, oh, I got values for everything. I'm voiced by Richie Kind. How you doing, Drakken? We're stuck in a cell together for a whole season of this show. That's funny, right?
Yeah, and he also doesn't shut the hell up.
Yeah,
like,
he's so annoying. He's funny though.
He doesn't look bad, but he's a definite pass for me too.
Yeah.
Next up is, if you remember the Team Go episodes.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool episodes.
Oh yeah, on Team Go is a superhero team that Shego used to be a part of.
Yeah.
It's her family.
I'm gonna talk about that episode soon. So.
Higo, the leader, who's got super strength and is the color blue. There's Migo, the dramatic one, who's the selfish one, who's always
Who has Ant-Man powers,
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, he shrinks and his color's purple. There are the twins, whose names I forgot.
We
I
go.
forgot to.
We
Yeah,
go.
the twin red boys.
We
who,
go.
who multiply themselves.
Yeah, stop saying
And there's their sister Shego, who needs no introduction.
easily. Yeah.
Exactly. So there was an episode where the team, helps out Team Go, because they were facing. They actually faced two villains. There were two episodes with Team Go. The first one, I believe, they faced against Aviarius.
Bird villain, yeah. Like
That guy was a
who's
dork.
voiced by what's that? I can't remember the name of the voice, but like I know it's the same guy who voiced Billy in the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. If you guys remember that show.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He was in Destroy All Humans too. I forget his name. Yeah. Cryptosporidium, you incompetent boob! Yeah, I know. No, I'm not. I'm gonna say pass. I didn't like that guy.
Yeah, I think I'll say pass. He was a little weird.
Release the flamingo of doom. And he does all like a
Release! Can you imagine a guy seriously saying, "Release the flamingo of doom"?
Yeah, robotic flamingo, and Ron says that is the second biggest flamingo I've ever seen. What the hell?
Second.
What the hell, Ron? Okay. And then the other villain that they face in a later episode, who gets defeated by none other than Ron's dad, the accountant.
Oh yeah.
No,
he was an actuary.
The actuary. His name is the.
No. But Veronica, there was one before that.
Was there?
The electric girl.
Electronique.
She's next on my list. I didn't realize.
I think she was before the master, but
yeah.
Anyways, so Electronique is this electrical villain who can turn any sort of object into a weapon, and if it's already a weapon, she can make it into a better weapon. Anyway, she got this piece of technology that turns good people into bad and bad people into good. So she managed to get the whole team together, and turn them all from good to bad. Except she didn't realize that Shego was already bad, so she turned her good.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was an interesting episode, having Shego be good, and then she just becomes really close with Kim.
Yeah,
and they really hit it off.
Doesn't she also become a teacher?
So he definitely smash.
Yeah, I would smash.
I find French accents to be a huge turnoff, so I'm gonna pass.
I don't know. She kind of looked pretty cute.
Really? I feel like French girls are guys attracted to French girls would be like girls attracted to English guys. Girls love the English accent.
Well, I'm not like everybody else, okay? I'm not into French accents. That's just
Lyle is the weird one of the group.
Yeah, clearly.
But I agree with you, David. Smash.
Okay, fine.
But going back to the master, the really geeky math
villain. What the hell does he even look like? I don't remember what he looks like, but he sounds like he looks like
oh my god,
really
he just looks like the biggest nerd. And he looks like one of those incel guys you find on the internet.
He kind of does.
He genuinely
Come follow my SoundCloud. I make incel core music.
But yeah, I would pass because...
Pass.
No. Pass.
Can we get a good one, please?
No.
Ah!
The next is, one of the early episode villains is, the Jackal.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
You remember that guy?
They made a big deal about him. They made a big deal about him in the website, but I'm like, I've never seen this episode. Is it good? And then I watched it. I'm like, wow.
The website where they show us there's a character section and a villain section, and most of the villains they show are just the villains that make a one episode appearance.
Yeah, which is weird. But the Jackal is basically this guy who just becomes literally a jackal from some Egyptian mystical thing. I don't remember it well.
He just he comes out so he can become a wrestler, and he tries to beat the two best wrestlers in the
Steel Toe
And Pain King.
And Barkin. Who are apparently, I guess, the only two wrestlers in that entire league because you don't see any other ones.
Let's just assume they own them because they're supposed to be the best.
Yeah, they're the best of the best of the best.
Honestly, the Jackal as a human is a pass, but as a Jackal, I think I'd smash.
You like dogs, that's why. You like them doggies. No, I'm not into muscles, so I'm gonna pass.
Not into muscle.
I don't know. Sports.
Yeah,
I don't like sports, so there you go. I have nothing relate. He doesn't relate to me at all.
Okay, so the next one is a girl who got a lot of hate from her episode.
Oh yeah.
It's Adrenaline.
But Adrenaline, yeah.
Freaky! God,
Well, like
her voice is horrible.
I smash, but the way she does everything and like, yeah, like I don't like her as a person, but like, yeah, the way she looks, yeah, I'd smash.
The way she looks is a smash, but as soon as she opens her mouth, I just want to. No, thank you.
I was gonna say, like, I like her haircut and she's attractive, but like her voice is so awful. Like, I actually, as soon as she starts talking, I'm like, oh God, shut up. So like,
Can you imagine? Can you imagine you're in bed with her and she's like, freaky?
let's get freaky. Like, okay, here's a
Sounds like
ball
Car-
gag. You want to see how freak I am? Here's a ball gag. Now let's do this.
Not like Harley, you know?
Kind of like Harley Quinn, yeah.
Yeah, I think she does give those vibes, and maybe that's what they were kind of trying to go for. But like, no, she was just annoying.
I don't like her at all. I can see
They
they made such a big deal about her. I can tell just by the lack of positive like popularity with the crowd that like, yeah, we're not getting back to this character. Sorry, Rachel Dratch, you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
this guy was very he wasn't in the episode for very long, but I don't know if you guys remember Falsetto Jones.
oh, this prick, yeah.
Who?
Falsetto Jones, he's like this rich guy character with really high voice.
Oh yes, I remember. Yeah, that guy.
He was a boss in the second Kim Possible game. I didn't know who the hell he was, but he was easy to defeat. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look bad. He's like a short king.
Yeah. He's
So
well groomed.
I think it's similar to Adrenaline, where he looks good, so that's a smash. But when he opens his mouth, it's like, oh god.
Well, just get the
Please
ball
help.
gag again.
Like you look at him and you're expecting some professional voice, but you just hear like funny voice. It's like a scene in The Princess Bride with the minister. Marriage.
The band that binds us all together.
Or the pirate from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And so we shall go to war.
Next on the list,
Yeah, pass, by the
let's
way,
see if you remember this episode. I really liked this episode. With this villain in it. I don't like the villain, but the episode was good. It's with the Wraith Master, also known as Malcolm Nevius.
Oh,
it was the video game episode.
Yeah.
Oh, the dickhead. Yeah, I hated that guy. You want to talk
that
incel?
guy sucked, but the episode was awesome.
That guy was full on incel. Yeah.
I don't think their villain. He was just some asshole who they were trying to beat on an online game. You know, like there was no life-threatening thing going on.
Yeah.
A little bit because he trapped them in the video game. Like they couldn't
Oh,
get out.
It was like Sword Art Online. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sword Art Online-esque.
Yeah.
But that guy, no, absolutely not. That's a pass. He's the definition of what an incel is. Just because he wanted to get with the girl.
Yeah, pass. More like you can pass away.
What? Lyle, are you drunk?
No,
Maybe.
Just a little.
I'm good.
Alright.
Next in line, I actually like this villain. His episode was a lot of fun. Is Gemini.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy with the pet dog or cat.
Yeah.
Was it cat?
It was a pet chihuahua.
Oh yeah, it was a chihuahua. It's like there, good little boy.
His twin sister is the leader of this organization called Global Justice, who's allies with Kim Possible. I guess you could say it's like the shield of the Kim Possible universe, and she's Fury. Her evil twin brother is Gemini. Yeah. Yeah. If you notice, I just noticed this now, but like his henchmen are like Hydra agents. They look like Hydra agents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gemini's kind of, I remember he was also a boss in the second Kim Possible game. He's
Yeah,
kind of one of the few where I can kind of take him seriously. As soon as he starts playing with his dog, it's like, oh, this guy's hilarious. He's too funny. I don't know.
Sorry, my mom came in asking how much the dog needs to eat. So sorry about that.
Okay.
That's a very Gemini thing to ask. How about that?
The next one. Oh yeah, I didn't answer for Gemini. I would smash.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I would smash. If I get to pet the dog.
That's your end game.
Yeah, I just want to hang out with the dog, really.
You like dogs. First jackal, now the dog. Gemini's Chihuahuas. Stupid little Taco Bell dog.
Okay, next one.
Next one, she was in, I think, 2 episodes. Chameleon.
Oh, I definitely. Yeah.
Ashley
definitely.
Tisdale, right?
Yeah.
That's Ashley Tisdale. Yeah.
Ashley Tisdale was my Disney Channel crush back in the day, so yeah, definitely smash.
Okay,
definite smash.
So wait a minute, she can transform into anybody, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that means she could transform into Shego, right?
Okay.
Boom, I'm sold. Smash.
We're talking about Chameleon.
Smash.
You have to take her as she is.
But that's not the point of her character, though. If she's a shapeshifter, then I could ask for anybody.
Who also has
that alone is appealing enough to me, so that's a smash, all right?
Yeah, who also has that hairless pet, a Sphinx cat.
Okay, no, but that cat, no,
yeah.
Like I'm
not. To quote Joey, that is not a cat.
That is not a cat.
Why is it inside out?
Why is it inside?
A soft grateful cat. I'll never forget a cat.
You know what was weird? Didn't you guys find it weird that the cat was like in love with Rufus?
Oh yeah, that was kind of weird, yeah.
There was a whole like half of an episode where it just chased Rufus around the world trying to get with him, and I'm like, dude, it's a rat.
Yeah, a mole rat. Check your get better. Where's your standards, dude? You need to respect yourself.
Well, Chameleon is a smash.
All right.
Next we're going to Professor Dementor.
Oh yeah, that guy's very entertaining. So Professor Dementor is like a professional villain, and other than Kim Possible, aside from Kim Possible, he's Drakken's main rival. Like those two have been rivals for a long time, and yeah, like he's a very short guy, very good
German.
And he's voiced by legendary comedian Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt does such a good job at that.
It's kind of funny, like he doesn't show up a lot throughout the show until the very end of the series. There's like 6 back-to-back episodes with him or whatever. It's like, well, yeah. I guess Patton Oswalt wanted to, it's like the end of the show. He wanted to get his fill, I guess.
There is a smash or pass with Professor Dementor.
I don't know. I guess he's better than
I would honestly pass because his voice kind of would get annoying after a while.
Yeah, it's a lot.
He's always yelling, man. Like, use your inside voice.
Well, if you're gonna do it, that's how you do a German accent, Veronica. That's all part of the vernacular. You'd have to be very loud and end every sentence like it's a question.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, actually, yeah, I'm gonna pass.
And now it's that time so
panic.
His helmet looks like a condom. Pass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his helmet thing looks like a toilet seat.
That too.
The next one on the list, the BBs.
Robots.
Oh, well,
the robots.
If I could smash a robot, then yeah, I guess.
And smash it with a hammer. Boom.
The BBs were the robots that David mentioned before.
Those things are glorified love dolls.
So
those things are glorified love dolls.
They pretty much are,
and they're blonde.
They were made to be used as like dates. So I assume.
I'm gonna say no because they're all blonde, and I'm not crazy about blondes. I have weird taste.
I was gonna say yes, but then I remember that they we are the BBs.
Oh yeah, I didn't like their voices either. They sound like deep. They have those deep voices. I was like, nah.
Babies are beautiful.
Baby,
I get
make,
one.
give me a
No,
baby, baby.
no, I don't know if robots something you can smash. Like especially that Futurama episode where it says, "Don't date robots."
Maybe we should take that advice.
That's a good idea.
Nope, nope. Quality.
So now we're getting into the villains from season 4 at the very end. Warhawk and Warmonga. These are the aliens.
Yeah, there's aliens.
They were like the big giant ones. And I mean, like, they weren't bad looking, honestly.
Yeah.
And they were really strong, so.
Warmong got smashed. Or maybe she smashed me.
I mean, like, I'm kind of attracted to She-Hulk, so Warmonga's kind of like the second cousin of She-Hulk, so I guess I'd smash. Sure.
Yeah, I think I'd smash both, honestly.
Why not?
Yeah. Oh, so, there's actually. Were you gonna keep going with the smasher pass thing? Or
okay, yeah, I have a couple more.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So the next one, voiced by Melissa McCarthy.
Oh
is
my
Dean
god!
Amy.
Oh hell no!
You're
no.
just a big meanie, David. But I can fix that.
What'd you say?
I said, you're just a big meanie, David. But I can fix that.
Lady, you are.
Lady, you are
Are
completely you are sick and wrong. My beanie babies.
Yeah, Dean Amy was a really unique villain who was in love with the, what are they called, the Cuddle Buddies,
Cuddle buddies,
and she wanted to make them into real life, basically, and so she like genetically modified animals and made her own live Cuddle Buddies.
Yeah, the Cuddle Buddies are like half animal, half other animal. Kind of like what they did in Spy Kids too.
Yeah, they're just like a stuffed animal thing, kind of like those Beanie Babies.
Yeah, they're the beanie babies. Yeah.
Yeah, goats, Outerfly, Pandaroo.
Yeah, they were kind of cute, honestly.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Yeah.
But then she falls in love with like
Any
Barkin,
guy
then
she sees.
Yeah, any guy she sees, Barkin, and then later was Drakken.
Oh, and then later,
that was
Monkey Fist at the end of the episode.
Monkey Fist.
Yeah, I got it. Got handed to her. She gets around.
She really does.
That's pretty impressive,
But
actually.
she's a definite pass because she's way too clingy.
Yeah, I didn't notice until now that she was voiced by Melissa McCarthy, but I guess that makes sense. Like.
Yeah, no, I can hear it.
See it now.
Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it. And yeah, that's why I was asking you about Veronica. If you were gonna keep bringing up villains, smash or pass, because I was gonna bring up Deanie Amy just so I could say hell no.
Yeah, I still got let me see, 3, 6, 7, 8 more.
Okay, pass.
But we're going into the main ones.
No
now.
DNA, Amy. No, thank you.
Yeah. Next one. Oh, I don't think we can do him. No, he's a minor.
What?
Gil?
Oh no.
Gil is a minor, so no.
Get out of here. FBI, open up!
Really? That's your issue, that he's a minor?
Not a monster that's covered in slime.
Yeah, well, even
and
if
lives
he's
in a goddamn swamp.
In his 20s, no. Gil is like one of Ron's first villain, right?
Yeah, from Camp Wannabe.
So yeah.
That was a really good episode, honestly. It was a really good Ron-focused episode. It was the Camp Wannabe one.
Hold up, the other camps that were next to the storm camp. There was band camp, there's band camp, space camp, telecommunications camp, and clown camp.
He's also voiced by the guy who played Reese in Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
I bet you didn't know that. I'm just spilling these facts, aren't I? I'm on the roll.
It's like, I was Gil, but now I am Gil.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
I added an L, like Gil, like these things that grew when I mutated. It's like, okay, dude.
Okay, stop being so extra, Gil. You and your extra L's. Alright, next.
Next, Motor Ed, David's favorite.
Oh, God.
I don't know. If girls are into like the 80s rock star type of guy, I'm sure they would.
again, it's when he opens his mouth, I want to smack him.
Man,
But
I'd
if
have
he didn't, if he kept his mouth closed, then yeah, maybe.
I'd have a beer with him so long as he, didn't like catcall women while we're at the bar. So I don't know. He would do that. Never mind.
Drink with him. I play with him. And when I say play with him, I mean like yeah, Lyle probably too. But yeah, that's it.
What?
Oh, you'd play music with him.
Oh yeah, be in a band. Yeah, we'd be in a band. We call ourselves Seriously Talented.
I'll back with them. Yeah.
Yeah, your band will be called Seriously?
Seriously.
The band, seriously.
Seriously Rock.
Oh yeah, Seriously Rock. That's a good name.
Dude,
That's a good one, yeah.
guys, wasn't there a McDonald's sandwich called Seriously Chicken? You remember that? It was like a chicken sandwich, but it had like extra stuff in it.
I think there was. I don't know.
I don't know why it was called Seriously Chicken. Like, what else would it be made of? Now you're making me nervous. McDonald's.
Yeah.
You silly sons of guns. Okay, so.
Next is Senior.
Oh, the old one. Guess.
I don't know. I feel like I'd heard. You'd think he's like frail, but then he's actually really strong. Like, remember when he was in the X Games?
No.
Yeah, like he was like some world class thief stealing everything, and
yeah, and just like riding his motorcycle, and I'm like, dude, what the heck?
I mean, he'd be a good sugar daddy if nothing else.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like you've seen me use a walker or anything.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say smash.
I would smash because then he'd be the sugar daddy.
Just lounge around the pool and be like, young one, come. I was like, all right, sir. Let's go drink mojitos and kill mosquitoes. Kill mosquitoes and drink mojitos. Senor.
Yeah.
Next is his son, who isn't a minor. I'm positive he isn't.
He's gotta be.
Is Senior, Junior.
Yeah. He's
I mean, I'd smash because he's pretty hot.
He's handsome, but he's like dumb as a fucking post. And he's vacuous, and he's like totally absorbed. I don't know. But I guess he's not a terrible guy. I don't know. I guess smash, sure.
Yeah.
He's not completely evil.
He's not really evil at all, really. He's just kind of like
just selfish.
He's a little entitled. That's about as much as you can say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To kidnap a boy band just so you can be famous, I mean, it's not a good thing, but whatever. It's mild compared to other people in this show.
Next up is Duff Killigan.
Oh no.
Probably not.
He plays golf. Ew.
I don't date guys who dress like women.
I don't date guys who play golf.
His breath, like I don't even want to think about it. I can practically smell his breath every time he goes. Ah! That's my answer.
What?
Every time he goes. Ah! Ah! I don't know. What do you want me to say? No.
Next is Monkey Fist.
He's hairy.
So are you, Lyle.
So Austin
that
Powers.
was private. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
don't know. He's a hard one because
like
it's like I'm not into the monkey.
Is he like half
but he doesn't
animal?
have a bad face.
Yeah, the voice, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna say pass.
You know what? I'll smash.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know what to say.
I don't even know what to say.
Veronica, you are opening our boundaries so far right now.
Next is the one and only Dr. Drakken.
I feel like.
Do you think everything is blue?
Probably. I'm gonna say everything's. Well, remember in the live action movie, it's because he had like tweaked nerves or something, and they were pulsing, and that's why his skin was blue.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yeah, that's just kind of like, oh god, dude, you gotta see a dermatologist for that.
They never explained why he was blue in the show,
Because he was blue.
One day he turned blue.
On the inside.
Oh, I was on that.
And I was blue. On the inside.
The very first episode you heard him, when they first showed him, he looked like white, like regular Caucasian, whatever. But then, like later, when he introduced himself to Kim, they showed him as blue. You remember?
Really?
I don't know. Drakken's like, he's just so sad. I don't even know. He's so pathetic.
He's so blue.
He's so blue.
Like,
I'm gonna
honestly.
have to pass because he's no.
No, he's like the guy in high school who can't get girls because he has no self-confidence or self-respect. It's like you kind of can't push yourself to like someone like that. Because, they'll just kiss your ass forever,
Mm-hmm.
That line from Ferris Bueller, yeah.
And last but certainly not least on our list is the one and only Shego.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Would I smash Shego? Brother, she can smash me into concrete. She can annihilate me into dust. I am going too far. I will. Deep breath. Deep breath. The green goddess, Shego.
The green goddess.
I will not deny. Yes, that's all I can say.
She is really hot, man.
She is gorgeous.
There's no denying.
I think it's because of her. I just love tight outfits on women.
It's that trope, the spandex trope, like with Catwoman,
Black
Mrs.
Widow.
Incredible,
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
The Black Cat.
It's my thing.
Black Cat.
I think I've said too much. This is a kid show, right? And we've spent like 30 minutes talking about villains that we DTF.
But that's the end of her list. I think maybe 25% of them we said yes.
Yeah.
Now we're going on to favorite episode or episodes. Because it's hard to pick. There's so many.
I have two.
You have two? You want to start us off?
Okay, so the way I pick it, it's like one's my favorite episode, and another episode is an episode I highly recommend to anyone who hasn't seen the show. So I'll start with my favorite episode, and that would be Go Team Go.
Oh, that's me too.
Yeah. Oh, that's your pick too?
Well, it's gonna be. I guess I'll pick something else now.
Well, the reason why I love this episode is because I'm I had a huge crush on Shego as a kid, but I wanted to know a lot more about her, so it was so interesting knowing that she actually came from a superhero team, because she's the most efficient villain in the entire show. So I'm like, where did she turn to the dark side? What's her family life like? Oh, I don't know. Her brothers are just kind of dumb and a little bumbly, so she's she can't work with them. And she wants to do other things, and then there's the whole the villain steals her powers and Shigo has to help, and ultimately it comes down to, does she want to stick around and be a hero again? Does she want to redeem herself? Ultimately, no. But at the same time, you can tell there's at least some love for her family there when she leaves, because she straight up, when Drakken says something kind of obscene about her family, she just straight up boots him off the plane and leaves him hanging. It's like, Shigo!
When?
Yeah.
Because I remember it being she took the powers of all her family in the end, but then she was kind of she kind of let them win.
Yeah, I think that was the same episode, right? There's two episodes of Team Go. I think
the first one.
Yeah, it's the one. Yeah, and the purple energy transmitted everywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't rewatch the episode, but I know it's definitely my favorite. I remember when I had the Disney Channel website, I'd always look, because I used to have scheduling on there showing which episodes would be playing. If it ever showed up, I would immediately jump to the TV. Even if my dad was on, he's like, "Lyle, what are you doing?" It's like, "I want to watch Kim Possible, Dad." My favorite episode's on. And then the second episode, yeah, so Shigo's Bay, so I wanted to watch that episode all the time. But another episode, the episode I would recommend to everyone who wants to get into the episode, into the show, would be Crush. That's the one where Kim wants to ask out Josh Mankey to the dance. She's a little nervous. Ron's like, "Oh, we always go together." And then there's a toy company that's being robbed by Shego and Drakken. There's a giant robot that they have to fight, and as well as countless henchmen and all that. The reason why I pick it is because it's just the quintessential Kim Possible episode. You have her using gadgets. You have her. You have them traveling across the worlds. Do you remember that running gag every time that they're in a plane? It's thanks so and so for driving us all the way over here. Oh, it's no big. You helped me with my talent show. You saved our village from famine, Kim Possible. You're so beneficiary, Kim Possible.
Yeah, she always gets a reference to something because she saved them or something.
Pay
Yeah,
it,
she always gets these favors.
yeah, pay it forward, I guess, or pay it back in her case. Yeah, so
Well,
those
what's
are
the rest of the episode on?
sorry.
What was the rest of the episode about?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember that was the one with the knockout gas that she'd hold her breath, and it even knocked out Shigo too. And it's just like Wade's dad's dirty ass gym socks. And
Was that the one where she kind of like she has this like suit of armor
no,
or
no,
something like that, and she disappears
no, that
every
wasn't
time
the
she
one.
gets embarrassed?
No,
What?
there was one where she had like a suit that made her run ultra fast. Remember that one? And Smash,
Yeah.
yeah, and then the episode ended with a Smash Mouth
Well,
performance. That was fun.
What? No, that was the movie. Was
No,
about
Smash Mouth was not in the movie.
oh no, 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 yeah,
There
you're
was an
right.
episode where Smash Mouth came out of
Peach.
nowhere. They played "Come On, Come On," which is a good
What
song.
was it, David? Sorry.
Sorry, David.
Peach, her storm was really fast.
Oh.
Yeah, she had a super suit that made her go super fast.
It wasn't a suit; they were just shoes.
Okay, shoot. Forgive me.
Oh, right.
She,
Yeah, that's when she. Yeah, you're right. It's when she was fighting the BBs, and then Rufus had the same pair of shoes.
Yeah.
All right, those are my two episodes. What about you guys?
All right. Well, one of my favorite episodes is actually the one where they're facing off against Professor Dementor, and Kim and Bonnie get stuff together from Dementor's gadgets. Same goes for Ron and Mr. Barkin. And one of the things I liked about it is like they were understanding each other more often. Like Kim and Bonnie were actually getting along somewhat in that episode,
Yeah.
and they understood each other. And yeah, there's just a lot of things I liked about it. You know, like they had to do all this stuff together, and yeah, it was just entertaining. And I'm glad like Kim and Bonnie were getting along in that episode.
They had like a better understanding of each other. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially Bonnie, you get a bit more into her like family life in that episode.
Yeah.
I felt really bad for her in that one.
Yeah, like her sisters were even worse.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so there's that one, and yeah, like the other favorite episode I had was the Team Go one that I mentioned. So yeah, I think those are two of my favorites.
My favorite is because it makes me laugh so much. There were so many good jokes in this one. It's called Two to Tutor. It's in from
This is my
season
favorite
2.
episode too.
Yeah. It's where senior hires Shigo to tutor senior junior to make him like a better villain, right? And at the same time, like Ron is teaching Kim how to become better at home ec, like just better at cooking in general, I guess, because she's so bad at it. But the best part is the seniors in this episode.
Yeah, because the dad gets Senior gets jealous of like all the time that Junior's spending with Shigo.
Yeah, because it was like a father-son thing, and then when he got Shigo as a tutor, I guess he didn't expect how well they'd hit it off, and they started going on like a series of capers, and she started like training him, and they were bonding, and like actually, and Junior was actually doing pretty well.
He was learning
And
quick, yeah.
Yeah, and so the dad kind of like just gets jealous, and the best scene in that episode is like, I don't know who he's sending this video to. Senior is like in the dark sending like this ominous video. It's like, you have to be here a certain time, whatever. And then Junior just comes into the room and he's like, Father, what are you doing in the dark? And he turns on the lights.
No, Junior, the lights. No, Junior, the lights.
And the video just ends, and Kim and Ron are like, wow.
Wow, dude. Wow, man.
Okay, I see what you mean, yeah.
But I don't know, it was just like so funny seeing that all of these characters interact with each other. Like the banter was really good. There was a scene with like Junior and Ron fighting each other, and then and Ron's just like, "Hey, you got new getup." It's like, "Yeah, but I think it makes my butt look big." It's like, "Oh no, it looks great, man." It's
Makes
like,
my
all right,
booty look
thanks.
big.
Now I must destroy you.
Now it's time to fight.
Oh, but another funny joke is like, I came up with some new moves. Ah! He runs away. Those are the same moves.
I don't know, that show, that episode, it didn't have like a lot of high stakes, but it was just so freaking funny.
It's
Like
the
the writing was
funniest
just
episode,
incredibly good in that one.
hands down.
That I would totally recommend it. Like there's so many episodes in Kim Possible that it's hard to pick like narrow it down to like favorites.
Mhm.
I do like Ron centered episodes. Like the
Yeah,
Camp Wanna Weep ones are actually like really good because I like to see Ron shine every now and then.
yeah.
Because I mean, Kim's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing Kim in action. But there's something really cool when Ron, who always runs away and is always playing the distraction, gets to have like a time to shine and like kick some butt.
Yeah, I think you need that because then you establish like how worthy he is to be a member of the team. I think there's even an episode that dictates that Ron is kind of the reason why Kim is always so successful in her missions. Like he's kind of like the it factor that makes the team work.
Yeah, that was with oh David, you mentioned it. The organization that Gemini Sisters are part of.
Global justice.
Global
Yeah,
justice.
Global Justice was doing like a research on them.
Factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left out in the middle of that, the intro of that episode. So wait, seriously, this is about Ron?
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
But transitioning from episodes, well, Kim Possible had a lot of episodes. I mean, 4 seasons worth of them. But Kim Possible also had movies,
Oh
one
my
of which
God.
was separated into 3 episodes that they play all the time, which was A Sitch in Time.
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you guys think out of 10?
God, I think it's probably one of my favorite things with Kim Possible. I'd probably give it like a 9.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, it's my favorite of the 3. I'm sorry, 2.
Yeah, there is no third, Lyle.
Well, I mean,
There are
it's
only 2.
I mean, we're doing a podcast about Kim Possible. We'll probably have to mention it sometime, Veronica. It's the elephant in the room, don't you know? What about you guys?
Yeah.
What did you think of Sitch in
Also,
Time?
back years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Sitch in Time one is an
Really good.
awesome movie. I mean, it's about like just Kim and Ron having to deal with the fact that Ron's family is moving away to what was it, Norway.
Norway, yeah.
And so trying to figure out how to still save the world together and still be close best friends, while having to deal with like the villains teaming up all of a sudden.
That was cool.
Yeah, and defeating them at every chance that they got, and they were like, "Wow, we're losing at every moment." And time travel was involved. Shego ends up betraying everyone and becoming like the Lord Supreme of
Excellent
the whole
twist. Excellent
yeah,
twist.
the whole freaking world. And Kim having to figure out a way to defeat her by going into the future with Ron. I mean, that was a crazy movie, but it was so much fun.
And at the end, it's like nothing ever happens. You know, they
Yeah.
normal. It's like they after the time thing broke, everything went back in time, and it's like nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just a blip.
I think my favorite part of that movie is that it shows how integral like Kim and Ron's friendship really is, and how truly close they are,
Oh yeah.
and how much they need each other. It was really wholesome in that sense.
It was neat seeing some of the other characters like as adults too, like Jim and Tim,
Yeah.
and Monique, and especially Rufus, who gets mega buff. Oh, so is Wade. Wade gets buff too.
Rufus clones. Those are all the Rufus clones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rufus
Prawn.
Yeah.
So many mole rats, so naked.
They're brothers. Wade, the Rufuses, Drakken, and Ron's always going, why is everyone in the future so ripped?
Diet and exercise, handsome genetic modifications. The future is a wonderful place.
What's that from?
That was Shego when she explains why Drakken turned into a big Bane monster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Definitely the best stakes overall. Like, I was like, damn, I really don't know how they're gonna fix this.
Yeah, it was. I was very confused when it first came out because, like, I think when it came out, I saw it like episodically. I
Hmm.
didn't see it as like the whole movie. So it was really nerve wracking having to wait like every week to see what the heck happened to these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there was the
Uh,
game too
wait,
on Family Channel or no Disney Channel.
yeah,
Yeah.
I played the game before watching the episode, so I guess it was kind of, I guess it was kind of a spoiler for me because like I knew everything was gonna happen.
Ah, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know what else I liked about that movie? It showed Kim and Ron's first mission.
Oh yeah, they had to deactivate a laser tripwire system. And they have that
Laser.
song. It's like, it's just you doing the impossible. Just you. You're practically unstoppable. Just you. Totally unstoppable. It's you. It's you. It's you. You can't possible.
Possible.
Why did that get stuck in my head? I haven't
Yo,
seen that movie in 10 years, and now I watched it. It's still stuck in my head.
I sometimes listen to that song on Apple Music.
Oh my god.
yo, I don't blame you. Their songs slap.
Truly.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had mentioned in the episode section. One of my favorites was the episode with the Naked Mole Rap song.
Yeah, the Naked
Like,
Mole Rap's the best song
sing
in
my
Kim
paper.
Possible.
You want me to sing what? You want me to sing my paper? Okay.
Okay, that I think that honestly, guys, I think that's one of the best songs in
It,
Kim Possible.
it,
Is
it
the Naked
is
Mole Rap.
it is the song of Kim Possible. I cannot deny how
I
catchy it
still
is.
have that song memorized. It's But
Yeah.
moving on. That was the first movie. The second movie was So the Drama.
Eh,
Not as enthusiastic as the
it's
first
like a
one, huh?
it's like a 7 out of 10. Like all it feels like is like a feature length episode, where it's just another like, oh, Drakken and Shego want to defeat Kim Possible, and it goes through a lot of familiar beats. The finale was kind of underwhelming to me, where it's just like a bunch of toy robots roaming the place,
It was
and
supposed to be
like
like a
they
finale, but then they run one more season. So
yeah, and it's like Kim beats up the villains, and so is Ron. And it's just like it didn't feel that big compared to Stitch in Time. It feels very like it feels lesser in almost every extent.
what with the fact that like Kim and Ron kissed at the end of that thing and became a couple.
Yeah, I mean that was the big moment, but like other than that, everything else just I don't know. It didn't feel.
Well, I have to disagree. I
I
mean,
don't know.
yes, I like A Stitch in Time more,
Okay, and then what do you
but
love about
this
it?
but this movie was still really epic. I don't know why you didn't like the ending.
I don't
The
know.
ending parts were so like action packed. There was a huge giant toy robot following them around, destroyed Kim's house. They nearly made it out. They barely made it out alive.
And they look so 3D, you know, like
Yeah,
3D. That was
the animation was really good.
I found it a little dated. I don't know. I feel like
Blasphemy.
I'm the outlier here. I'm the guy who doesn't like French accents. I'm the outlier here. You know?
Did you like it, David?
yeah, like just,
Yeah, and then they introduced the syntho drone, Eric.
Oh yeah.
you
A
know,
robot villain that Drakken and
and
Shego built. Remember that for later.
when I first saw that, I kind of had a feeling that the whole time Eric was like working for the bad guys or something like. Especially like when he was picking Kim up for prom, and then the boys came in with their rockets, and then like he dodged them like so neatly. Like yeah, he's definitely like some sort of spy or something.
Yeah, I had like this icky feeling about him. I'm like, there's something off, but I didn't expect a syntho drone. I'm like, ew, this is disgusting. But yeah, like in the last movie, I mean, the last movie was more like friendship, and then this one is like the first time it really shows like budding romance between them.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, like when I watched Kim Possible, I never really thought of Kim and Ron as a couple. Like, I think they hinted at it a few times
Well, you know
in
it was
some
inevitable.
episodes.
Yeah.
But when it came to that movie, I'm like, wow, I really see it. Like, they could really work. So I think I watched that movie just as much as the Sitch and Time, mostly because I liked seeing them get together at the end.
Alright. Fair enough. So
I think that's all the movies, right?
So in 2019, there was a thing called Kim Possible, which was a live-action movie of Kim Possible.
Not worth mentioning. It wasn't that good. So the only interesting thing I find about it is like Kim and Ron were played by Ron Stoppel was played by the kid who plays Adam in the Goldbergs, and the girl who plays Kim is the girl who plays his current girlfriend in the Goldbergs.
Yeah, Sadie Stanley and Sean Giambrone.
Okay, I'll be honest. Like the kid who played Ron did pretty well.
Yeah,
I think he was the best part.
You know what's weird? I thought he was doing an impression of Ron. I was like, damn, that's a really good impression of Ron. But no, he just talks like that, like in everything, even in Solar Opposites. It's weird.
Yeah, he did really well, but everything else, I was like, oh my god, everything is wrong. Nothing feels right. This story sucks. And then they got Chrissy Carson Romano to cameo in the movie, and I'm like, no, Chrissy, why?
Yeah, the voice of Kim, yeah. And Patton Oswalt came back as Dr. Dementor.
Professor.
Sorry.
Professor.
I didn't go to evil college for nothing. Thank you.
But yeah, that movie's trash. Don't need to see it.
I just spent 5 years at evil college to be called Mr. Thank you very much.
That's the line, David. Thank you. Yeah, it's like a 3 out of 10. Like I could tell, I commend them for trying at least. If they really had, if the Disney forced them to make a live action version of Kim Possible, they tried, but it's still terrible. Like I don't understand why they do it. It's the same way I feel about this new Avatar: The Last Airbender show. Like I don't know why you're taking an action adventure cartoon that's known for its really smooth animation and really well done choreography, and you're limiting yourself by making it live action. To be quite honest, you're never gonna be able.
It does limit a lot because like Kim Possible has so many action sequences, so many things that would just make it difficult for Disney to do with their budget, with a budget like a lower budget.
Yeah, it looks like a TV movie.
Yeah, it looks like a TV movie, and I'm like, no.
It was a TV movie.
Yeah, that's why it looks so garbage.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do like a live action Kim Possible, honestly, I think the only way is like if you do a series. Because Kim Possible being shortened to one movie is like, I don't know. I think they were trying to target like, the newer, younger audience. But if I was a kid and I saw that, I'd be like, well, that was trash.
Yeah, I would just be like, man, Kim Possible sucks. I'm gonna watch whatever's on right now. I don't watch the Disney Channel anymore. Okay, I'm almost 30. Actually, I'm almost 30. Our kids will be watching Disney, so I guess I shouldn't say that.
The shows that are on right now aren't that good anyway.
I heard, yeah.
Disney switched from animation to like live action. They have like a lot of live action shows and like nothing animated anymore.
Not really.
I swear. It's a real shame.
It's the sign of the times. Gotta get away from here. Oh my god, I just referenced Harry Styles.
Harry Styles reference?
Oh my god. You're corrupting me, Veronica.
Okay, so we talked about.
You guys ever played the video? You guys ever played the video games?
No.
Really?
I had the Kim Possible game for PlayStation 2, but I got frustrated because I couldn't beat it.
Yeah, so there were I knew of like 3 Game Boy Advance games. It's like Kim Possible 1, Kim Possible 2, Dragon's Demise, and Kim Possible 3. I forget the name. The first one was pretty bad. The second one was awesome, but really frustrating. The third one was cool because you could tag team as both Kim and Ron, and each of them had special abilities. It was actually a pretty well done game. I would recommend that one. I had the PS2 game, which was cool because you could play as Kim and the Green Goddess herself, Shego. So that was pretty cool, but I couldn't play it for very long. I got kind of bored of it, so...
It was a little boring, yeah.
They're basic 2D platformers, ostensibly. But, it was neat. You could use a bunch of Kim's gadgets throughout the game to win. The combat was dirt simple. You just punch a guy 3 times and they just die immediately. Like, there's nothing to it. But anyway, I wouldn't mind revisiting them. They probably haven't held up very well, but I'd still play them. I like the music.
They could have done like a really cool game if they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah. But, like I said, I think the second Game Boy Advance game is the best Kim Possible game, so I'd recommend that one.
I never played. I just remember like anytime I went to EB Games back in the day, I saw like the games on the shelf, but yeah, I never played any of them. I remember my step cousin like came over for family dinner years ago, and she brought her Game Boy and or something like that, and I played her Kim Possible game on it for a little. So yeah, but that's
Oh, yeah, I've played it. Nice.
Just a little bit, I guess. Yeah.
It was just one night, like for like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't much.
That's
Fair
done.
enough.
At least you have a frame of reference. Okay.
Well, boys, we're nearing the end of this podcast. The last thing I wanted to ask was, what did you think of the end of the show? The finale?
Well, that was good.
Man, was
There's
it intense?
graduate that they're moving on to the next chapter of their lives, and yeah, I liked it. Yeah, like there's so many things about the last season that were different from the other seasons. Like other than saving the world, both Kim and Ron were a couple, and like other than saving the world, they both had jobs. Like Kim was working at Club Banana, Ron was working at Smarty Mart. Yeah, so they were both working at the stores that they're like huge fans of. Actually, that worked out. They were seniors. Kim was wearing a new cheerleader uniform. Ron was on the football team. They even had their own vehicle, like the purple car that the twins modified.
Oh,
Yeah, Kim even changed her look
Yeah,
in
she,
the last season.
she had that suit, that white suit.
Oh, the white suit, but also, the purple shirt with the...
yeah, she had that purple shirt with, like that. There's that.
Yeah.
New outfit, and, Ron's parents adopted a baby from Japan who was some sort of secret warrior.
Oh, yeah, his adopted sister.
Yeah. Because the sense everyone trained with in Japan, to discover his monkey power, like he got his parents to adopt this baby, but it was really so Ron could keep an eye on the baby to protect the child, Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's that, and the twins. They changed the twins' animation look in the fourth season.
Oh yeah, they grew up. They grew up a bit more.
Yeah.
There were definitely like a lot of changes, but I think it was kind of good that they did that and didn't stick to like the old ways, because it's like, okay, for sure that we're nearing the end because they're growing up.
Yeah.
Everything's changing. That's what happens in life.
It's very commendable, actually.
Yeah, and so it was a really nice way to end the show, especially like in the graduation, which is such a big momentous like change in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And I mean those last like 2-3 episodes where they're fighting against like the aliens and stuff, it was pretty good.
I did not expect Drakken and Shego to team up with Kim and Ron.
I think it was really good of them to do that.
I liked
at the very
that.
end.
I also didn't really expect a certain thing between Drakken and Shego to happen either.
Oh yeah, that was really weird.
She can do better.
She's so out.
I'm gonna say she can do better.
She's so out of his league.
He's so out of Drakken's fucking league. But whatever. It's fine. It's fun.
Whatever.
Drakken had plant powers for some reason.
Yeah, every time he pulls out the petals of the flower, it grows back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that became a thing.
That was funny. It was a bittersweet ending, but it still made me smile. Like, I think back on it fondly. It's like, yeah, I'm happy that it all worked out okay. And even, and Drakken even got an award for saving the world.
Sure, yeah. It's not like he ever conquered the world, so, he's like a nuisance to the UN, He's not really like a big deal. Nobody takes
this guy again.
That idiot.
Yeah, they were like supporting him for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was a lovely ending. Yeah. I think I think if they had ended it where we thought they would, and sowed the drama, I felt like, I don't know, they could have done a little bit more. So I'm glad that they continued at least one more season.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just glad it didn't go on and on and on and on and on like some shows,
You mean like Phineas and Ferb?
I don't
Well,
know.
Phineas and Ferb is very episodic.
Yeah.
So I guess they can do that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. A typical Disney Channel show would go like 3 to 4 seasons. The show Bunked. It's on its 5th season now.
Wow.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Disney Channel show.
Well, I
It's a
know,
spin-off.
but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we can talk about that another time.
Sure.
But yeah, you're right. For a Disney Channel show, like for you to have a really successful show, you get 4 seasons. For you to surpass 4 seasons, you have to be like a really amazing show. I think very few Disney Channel shows have done that, and I think one of them was Wizards of Waverly Place.
Mhm.
Maybe
They were 4.
was there 4? Yeah,
Well-
I don't remember. I don't know them anymore that surpassed 4 seasons.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
But yeah.
Kim Possible,
So,
an incredibly
Any final notes?
Kim Possible, an incredibly clever, creative, visually astounding television show that went above and beyond to be as exciting and empowering and fun and hilarious and, just as entertaining as humanly possible. I would probably say it's likely my favorite Disney Channel show next to maybe something like Recess, where I would gladly revisit it at any time. Veronica, it was very fun to binge the entire show with you. I think the only negative I have of the show, actually, it's such a like I put it almost on the same pedestal as Avatar: The Last Airbender, but it's like the only negative. I never liked the segment episodes where they would have like
Like the
two
split ones?
the split
Oh,
episodes.
you mean for Kim Possible?
Those are the weakest episodes because it's like they would set something up.
I understand what you mean, but like one of them I actually liked was
The
was
snowman
the
one.
zombie snowman.
Yeah, the
Like, I
zombie
like that.
snowman one. Yeah.
That was the best one, probably,
Yeah, it
of the
was.
split episodes.
Yeah.
But
Do you have anything else to add, David?
Yeah, go ahead, David.
No, I think we pretty much summed it all up.
We've been at this for almost 2 hours, so I would hope so.
Yeah, I still haven't had dinner yet, so I need to eat.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Lyle, I think Lyle summed it up pretty well. I mean, if you want a show that has friendship, funniness, like
Funniness.
crazy characters, but characters that you end up loving in the end, both heroic ones and villainous ones, then definitely give it a shot. I mean, Kim Possible's rewatchability is top tier,
So good.
honestly.
Well, there is one similar to that I've actually always liked, and maybe we can talk about another time. Lilo and Stitch.
That was a pretty good show, yeah.
Yeah, they actually did a crossover with Kim Possible, so.
Kim Possible, American Dragon, Jake Long, the Proud Family. They all came to Hawaii. Even that host guy the host from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was on there.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, why not?
Forgot his name.
Regis Philbin.
Regis Philbin.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he was.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Oh right, he died. Yeah.
Remember that one part of the show when Shego got trapped on the set of Friends?
Oh yeah.
And she
The
wanted.
TV episode.
Yeah, she wanted to leave so badly. It's like
It was a TV episode where they got sucked into the TV and they were stuck in the channels.
Yeah,
and so they had like a parody of Friends.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember the parody of Friends, but like
she's like, I gotta get out of here.
When they were in that kid show and we're looking for something glue. Like I don't know you don't anger Mr. Sit Down, and then they had that big. And then they went back to the show, Drakken and Shego. Like, we're looking for something green. Can you find something green? And Shego, and all of you something green. And Drakken, Shego, no, you'll anger Mr. Sit Down.
Mr. What?
Junior, no, the lights. No, that's stuck in my head now.
Well, thank you guys for joining me on my episode.
Yeah, no, thanks for hosting this one. I'm so happy.
And yeah,
thanks
for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
No,
it was
course,
a lot
David.
of fun. I hope we can eat nachos one day together at Buena Nacho.
I don't really care much for like burritos or stuff like that, but like maybe yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
And Booyah.
Chicka
What else
chicka,
do they say?
chicka boom hoosha.
That's right.
It's Hicka-Bicka Boo Hoosha.
Yeah, David's right. You got it right.
Okay, Hicka-Bicka Boo.
Fake fan.
Hicka-Bicka Boo. Who cares?
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys. Thanks.